Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I am here with the second in a trilogy of videos discussing my 40 in 40 options. If you haven't seen the other videos I have up discussing 40 in 40, it is where I am finding 40 books that were recommended to me that I wish to read within my 40th year of life. I turned 40 on February 9th of this year, so I'm trying to get them all together so that I can read them between my birthdays, although there are a couple that I might be reading a little early. I'm buddy reading one with my kid right now. But that's neither here nor there. It is still the 40th year of my life, and I have a few suggestions that have been thrown my way. So today I am going to go over the books that were suggested to me in the genres of thriller / horror, magical realism / fantasy / science fiction, nonfiction, and then I had a few authors thrown at me as suggestions. So I am going to go over those as well. So out of those four genres, I actually own two of the books that were suggested to me. One of those is, I'm not sure what genre to actually put it in. It might be nonfiction. It might be like mythological fantasy. I'm not really sure. And I can't actually find my physical copy. I know that I own it because my sister gave it to me a few years ago and it's on a shelf somewhere, but the state of my shelves is horrendous. Anyway, that is called Women Who Run with Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And I've always been excited to read it, never gotten around to it. So I definitely want to do that. And then the nonfiction book the other book I own in this list is The Devil in the White City by Erik Larson. So those two definitely going to attempt to read this year. But then I have several others. So in the thriller / horror genre, I have The Missing by Sarah Langan, Blindness by Jose Saramago, Devil's Creek by Todd Rosling, and Dire Conditions by S.J. Eales, I'm not really sure. In magical realism, fantasy, science fiction realm, I have The Forgotten Witch by Jessica Dodge, which I forgot I actually do own a copy of that one as well. I got it in a book box. It is absolutely gorgeous. So that one I will be attempting to make sure is on my list this year as well. Then we have In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune, The Overstory by Richard Powers, and Piranesi by Susanna Clark. And then for nonfiction, we have The Salt Path by Rainer Wynn, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, Wintering by Catherine May, How to Know a Person by David Brooks, and Hidden Potential by Adam Grant. I will say that I got rid of several of the suggestions in the nonfiction category because they were like pop psychology from the 1970s. So a lot of them, when I read snippets of them, were looking up like when they were published, what they were about, etc. They were things that either I had read parts of in various undergrad, grad studies and was not interested in, or they're 50 years old and have been kind of debunked or modernized in some way. But that is what I got for those. And then the suggested authors, I have Gail Carriger, who I know that I love. I read her Soulless series, and I've never picked up any of her other series. I was always going to, and then the first book would always be checked out of the library or whatever. So I would be willing definitely to pick up either the Soulless series again or anything else that she has done. Love her as an author, and I'm also just endlessly fascinated by her as a person. If you've never just gone and watched some of her YouTube videos, I highly suggest you do. She's very entertaining and funny. Then we have Fiona Davis, Frida McFadden, Abby Jimenez, and I actually just finished a Kindle Unlimited like novella she did that's part of a series where different authors write each in the series. So I just read The Worst Wingman Ever and I enjoyed it. So if you have any suggestions for Abby Jimenez, go ahead and throw those at me. And then finally, a couple of people suggested I read Nora Roberts. Love Nora Roberts. I haven't really read anything of hers super recently. So if you have any suggestion or any of her recent works, so if you have any suggestions for that, let me know. If there are any other books on this list that you have read and you think I would enjoy or I would absolutely hate and you say take it off the list, let me know. If there are any on these that you are fascinated at the idea of and would like to read along with me, we can do a read along, we can do buddy reads, whatever you want to do. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of these, and I will be back soon with the final video in this series. Thank you guys. Have a great day and stay safe out there.